Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome level D in your week 2. Today we are going to discuss the types of structures in informational text, and we're going to identify the types of different text structures with their context clues. Our focus today will be how do writers organize their ideas in informational text. Now, informational text is organized in one or more of the 5 different text structures that we have already studied. Let's look at them and revise what they are. The first one is cause and effect, descriptive, problem and solution, sequence, and compare and contrast. Now, a type of text where a writer will provide lots of details about a specific topic. This type of text will explain what something looks like, where it is, or where it lives, its size, what it eats, or other important information about the topic. A paragraph, maybe an example could be a paragraph about how dinosaurs look like. And the context clues would be, for example, for instance, such as, also, near, beside, and most important. Now, we have also studied that each text structure has its own graphic organizer. So if you have something that you're going to talk about, the details will be included at the side. Now, can you guess that what type of text structure this is? If you have guessed that it's descriptive, then you are on the right track. Okay, let's look at the second one. Now, sometimes writers often organize writing in a way that shows how events happen in order or took place during a specific time period. You might include words like first, next, then, at times. There could be dates or maybe a time mentioning morning, evening, summer, or maybe a season. Now here the graphic organizer looks like this. Every step is followed by another one. So you have steps that are being followed. For example, a recipe of how to make pancakes or waffles. So which text structure do you think it's going to be? Exactly, sequential. So if you have guessed it's a sequential one, then again, bravo. Moving on. Now, suppose a writer told about an event that occurred and discussed why what event took place, and might even give you keywords that give clues about this type of text, would like because, since, due to, reason, lead to, as a result. So and the graphic organizer is that there is event that took place, and because of that there is a result of it, or there's an effect of it. So can you guess which text structure it might be? Cause and effects. Perfect. Moving on. A text structure, at times when we read a text, we may see that the writer is informing us about very important information, or in fact a very important issue that needs to be addressed. In this type of text, a writer may include valid reasons why we need to look at the issue and present a way or several ways to resolve the issue he wrote about. So what are your thoughts about this text? If you're thinking that this might be problem and solution, you are getting this right. Now, here's how the graphic organizer looks like. You have different puzzles, you have different problems, and you're putting them together to solve it. So yes, this is basically a text structure, which is problem and solution. Moving forward, a structure where a writer may often look at two or more things and decide how they're alike and how they may be different. Now, clue words could be like same, unlike, both, common, as well as, instead, different, however. And the graphic organizer is like this. You have two circles. This one is showing you something about one thing, and this one is showing you about the another. And the overlap is basically showing you the similarities between them. So if you have said that this is compare and contrast, again, you are correct. Now moving on, these are the different organizers. If you have this in your mind, it is easier for you to understand the different text, and you can use these different organizers to label each example of the text with the correct organizational structure. Description, here you will have your main topic with its details. For sequence, the order is followed step by step. Cause and effect, a cause results into an effect of something. Comparing, where you have differences and you have similarities. You have a puzzle, you have a problem, and then you fix it together, and then you get the solution. To sum it up, you can look at this summary page and you can read it, and then you can remember the clue words. Remember, the clue words will really help you out what kind of text structure it is. All right. Moving forward, we are now going to look at some examples. I'm hoping that you are ready for some practice. Let's see what you remember about all of the text structures we have discussed so far. Now, here is an example. You can read the text and then let me know what is your answer. Correct, it is a sequential. Let's read a second paragraph. Now remember, to figure out what or which text structure it is, you have to look for the clue text. For example, I can see here the word however. I'm not going to read it, but I'm just figuring out through the context, the clues. Here it is, however, for example, both of them, and besides, and both. Yeah, so these are basically telling me that it is a compare and a contrast, because compare and contrast tells you about two different things, how they're same and how they are different. Next one. Now this one you're going to read, and note that here it's kind of a tricky because it also has words like first, also, finally. So that might lead you to the it is sequential, but it is not. If you're going to read it, it will let you know that how it is describing the rock. All right. So the details tells us that it is a descriptive text. And next one is the last one. I'm going to leave this on you. You have to solve it and let me know what your answer was. Here is an assignment. You have to go to IXL and follow the steps on Google Classroom, and you have to do this exercise. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself. And if you have any questions, you can leave them on Google Classroom and I will get back to you.